What is up, guys? My name's Adrian from Launch TV. You may know me from Round 1. I'm that guy that did that Scream video. I bring you my maze. Roll it. So if you guys didn't know this already, I am a huge Trick or Treat fan. Like, huge Trick or Treat fan. And also, if you didn't know, Michael Dougherty made Trick or Treat. So what's another film that Michael Dougherty made? Krampus. So this idea, I was just sitting there and I'm like, let's put something together that's original, but also something we love. Now, I'm gonna place this in Orlando, but it's gonna be a shared IP. So, Halloween Horror Nights, it's going to be in both Orlando and California. But of course, my pitch will be for Orlando. Now, this is going to be located in Soundstage 22. In Soundstage 22, we've had houses like Ghostbusters, The Shining, and An American Werewolf in London. I know you're probably sitting there thinking, Adrian, or Losh, we've already had Krampus. We've already had Trick or Treat. Why would you bring them back? My rebuttal to that is, why not? It is very popular amongst the fan base. So, Trick or Treat's a cult classic. People love this film. Krampus is also going to be a cult classic very soon. People are going to talk about this movie for years. And you know that if Horror Nights finds something that can cater to the audience and the audience will love it, they're going to do it. They've done it time and time again. We've had things like Stranger Things come and come again. We've had The Walking Dead multiple times. We've had American Werewolf in London, a perfect example. Had it in 2013. And then we had it back again in 2015. So time frame isn't really a thing here. It's possible. And I think it can work. I even gave you guys a little backstory for it. So get ready for this backstory. It is Halloween night. And you walk towards a house that's halfway lit up for Halloween. So meaning half the decorations are taken down. This is the Alvarez family's home. So you look inside the house. They're in full swing preparation for Christmas. Now, Sam, observing this family, realizes that they are no longer following the rules of Halloween. This angers Sam and upsets him to the max. So, what does Sam do? He goes on a rampage on the family, starts attacking them one by one. Sam doesn't realize there's a child here that is writing a letter to Santa to tell him how grateful he's been for this year and how happy he is for him to bring him everything that he wants. After the child sees that Sam has dismantled some family members, Louis rips up his sheet, his letter to Santa, and throws it out the window. Doing this awakens Krampus. So Krampus is now on his way to the Alvarez residence. So he's gonna wreak havoc on Sam and the rest of the Alvarez family. Let's get into this house. Let's start with that facade though. Alright, so for our facade, like I said, it is going to be the Alvarez residence. Now, when it comes to this, I want you guys to think of the facade that Orlando had for Trick or Treat as in with lighting, but placed on the facade for Krampus in Hollywood. So if you guys seen that, it'll give you a perfect description of what this facade is gonna look like. It's a residential house, so the top left of this house, you will have Krampus. He will be on the side with no decorations. It'll be completely gray. Not gray, but dark on that side. However, on the Halloween side, let's say where they still have Halloween decorations, you'll have a little pumpkin patch. That is where you will see Sam sitting on top of a pumpkin, staring at the house that is breaking his rules. So the first thing you're gonna do here is you're gonna walk straight through those doors. Very first thing you see when you walk into this house is the pumpkin from the Trick or Treat house, movie that sets ablaze. This is in the house to represent Sam's anger, because if you look to the right, you see a box labeled Halloween, and it's closed up already, and there's a box on top of it that says Christmas, and it's open, and they also have their tree there. Sam sees this, he's angry. Normally when you walk into a house, the first scare isn't in that first room, but here you will see an angry Sam show up every time the fire goes off. Right after you exit the room that had the pumpkin and the Christmas tree, you start to feel cold and chilly. The next few rooms are going to set up what's to come. So basically, it's a hallway. The first room. Hallway, windows. Cold outside, you start to see a snow effect. And you notice that it's starting to snow where you are, and you realize that the back of the house is ripped open. And this is when you start to see Krampus's minions. Beginning with the snowmen, then going to the different types of toys, then going to the elves. All of this. Then right when you get to the elves, what do you hear? A loud thud. As you continue to walk into where you heard the thud, you start to picture in your head, oh, that's Krampus. That's where you're wrong. That's Sam. He's angry. He's still upset that this family was not following the rules of Halloween, and they weren't the only family. There were more families that weren't listening. So Sam sent a couple of his minions after him. He sent the werewolves. He sent the zombies. The school bus kids, the school bus massacre kids. Then it happens. The money shot room. You see all of Krampus's minions on one side, all of Sam's minions on the other, and then they go at it. The scares are there. You have a werewolf on one side. You have the Jack in the Box on the other. You have a snowman on one side. You have the zombies on the other. The elves are there. All the creatures of the night from Halloween are there. They're going back and forth. Then, when you least expect it, above you, you have two bungee scares. Sam and Krampus swinging at each other. That is your money shot. The next and final room, because you can't keep this story going on forever. The next and final room has the exact facade you had at the beginning. You're walking back through the entrance with the decorations up still, completely set up. And depending on who won the battle between Sam and Krampus, the colors will be different. If Krampus won, the colors will be Christmassy, green and red. If Sam won, they'll be Halloweeny, orange and black. But that's not the only thing you get if they're winners. You also get a scare from the guys themselves. Depending on who won, you have Sam with a bag, and you see his bag is now red and white, representing he has the cloak. Or you have Krampus holding a burlap sack in his hand, which is Sam's face, holding that out to scare you. And that, my friends, is Michael Dougherty presents Clash of Holidays. Don't forget to subscribe to Losh TV if you aren't already doing so. And with all that being said, stay excellent, my dudes.